Okay, we're here at CES 2024 in Las Vegas with the founder of Sequit, Andreas Unsicker from Germany. Just tell us about the product that you have on display here today.
Yes, welcome to our booth. Now the problem of smoking is if you want to quit smoking, the relapse rate is very high. And the reason is that people are unable to abstain. Is that many reasons, there are many indicators. For example, to smoke more than 10 cigarettes a day. And so our idea is now to bring the people before they quit smoking to a situation that they are able to abstain. And this means we have many indicators with our therapy. For example, smoke less than 10 cigarettes, or when you wake up, not smoke in the first 5 minutes. And there are many points. And with our therapy, after about 4 or 5, 6 months, it depends on the fortune of the patient, then you are able to abstain, and the relapse quote is very low. And so we can help many of people to stop smoking or to quit smoking. And the next solution what we have, or the next problem is, if you ask the people, do you want to stop smoking immediately, then only, for example, in Germany, 6% say yes. But if you ask them, do you want to reduce smoking first, then 60% say yes. And so our therapy goes exactly to these people, to these patients who say, I don't want to smoke immediately, but I want to reduce in the first step. And this is very important that we get the people to our therapy. And then the mind, after 4 or 6 months, say, okay, now I smoke only 5 cigarettes per day, so I can to quit the smoking. It's much easier than to stay cold from one day to the other.
So it's something that people use looking at their phone for guidance, or just can you talk about just the basic mechanics of the actual product?
Yeah, maybe I can show
yes,
it.
Yes.
What the brain have to learn. They have to learn smoking is an automatic process. If you get a trigger, for example, a cup of coffee, if you smell the coffee, then your brain say, yes, give me a cigarette. And this relationship between the trigger and the cigarette must be brought. And for example, if now the trigger comes, you press to the Sequit, and then you say, okay, you can smoke, for example, 14 cigarettes at the evening, but then you have a break of 20 seconds, for example, on the first day of therapy, and then you can think about, is it really necessary to smoke the cigarette, or can I do from the app alternative action, for example, to breathe 10 times, or to drink a cup of water, a glass of water, and then you can think, okay, now I want to smoke the cigarette, or no, now I'm not necessary to smoke it, so you can say, no, I don't want to smoke. Then the system say, okay, perfect, you have not smoked the cigarette. So, and then your brain learn that it's not necessary to smoke in this normal situation where you're used to smoke. And that's very, very important, that the act of smoking from the head come to the brain area who are responsible for the decisions, and not responsible for automatic actions. And this is the most important thing what Sequit does. It helps you that if you want to smoke, that you first think about, is this really necessary? And then you get over the app motivated, but you see your line, for example, that you week per week you smoke less, and so you're motivated. And after 4 or 5 or 6 months, you are so motivated that you say, okay, look, before I have smoked 30 cigarettes or 20 cigarettes per day, now I smoke only 5 cigarettes per day. So, and I have no craving, so I can stop smoking. And then the relapse quote is much lower than if you stop smoking cold from one day to the other.
Where did the idea for this come from?
Yeah, the idea came about 4 years because I want to stop smoking and I have no chance. And so I talked with medicals and what is the problem, and they explain it that the connection between the trigger and the cigarette, it's the most That's the biggest problem. And so, yeah, I think about what we have to do, that we can make a cut between the trigger and the cigarette, and therefore comes the idea, you need a device where the reach for a cigarette were interrupted. That's the only chance, and every medical or scientist we have in Germany put relationship now to the famous scientists for smoking, and we make studies, and we see really on the right way.
And is the product, where is the product available?
Yeah, at the moment we make only with our first version a test market and a test study. If it works, then it works. And now we're working, this is only a 3D prototype, and now we think we need about 6 months to finish, and then you can, it's available over the first step over the internet shop, and then in the second step you get it free from the health insurance.
Well, we know that smoking continues to be a leading cause of mortality in countries throughout the world, and so Andreas, you're doing a real public service here by promoting smoking cessation. I want to thank you for speaking to Food and Health Facts, and best of luck with everything going forward.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,